Hey everybody, I'm Xander,
And I'm Glenn.
and we're Fun King 3D.
You're supposed to say it. Together we're Fun King
whatever.
3D. Hey everybody, I am Glenn.
And I'm Xander.
And
Wait,
together
I thought
we are Fun
already
King
did this.
3D. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am in a whirlwind of emotions right now. This is so exciting. I mean, I think it's exciting. Oh, I didn't turn off my I didn't turn off my audio over there. This could be a complete and utter failure, which I guess for everybody else would be exciting. But
Yeah.
So running down the list, we got Jake from State Farm. We got Chris and Lane from Venturi 3D's in here. Big Steve is here. John Hammonds is here. Brian Vines, Brian with a Y and Vines with an I. Walter's in here. Hi, Uncle Walt. Uncle Ron is also in here. Well, all the uncles are here. Paul Cumber. Hello, Paul. And Carl. Naked 3D. Naked Designs. Oh. All right, that's it. Nothing more to see here tonight. Canadian Maker Project just popped in. So...
Identical.
You and I have tentacle feelings.
Tentacle.
I tentacle. Yeah, that was Xander reading the joke for the first time ever, and it was funny. So we're gonna start doing that more often.
Oh no.
I like his natural reaction.
I see a cool sticker on that thing. Oh, this one? Yeah, this is a cool sticker.
All right, so. Oh, this could be good or this could be bad, but this has been a long time coming, and I've been wiring and wiring and wiring for days.
We should probably move all of these. So
I will. We'll get there.
Over.
We'll get there. So, cue the smoke machine. Thanks, Ron. Thanks for your vote of confidence. I can't even tell you how difficult it is to not just plug it in and go, but as much stuff as I've been doing and as much support as you guys in the community have shown through this project, I definitely wanted to do this on stream. So, I mean, win or lose, make it fail, sink or swim, any of those cliches.
We should have taught it to swim before we started.
That is tonight. Tonight is it's all or nothing. There was another one. Let's see how many of those cliches we can come up with.
We're gonna be here for a while.
Oh, I hope that Travis, I hope all those fires aren't for my printer.
You can do it.
All right, so I know that like every live stream that we've been doing and every Fun in the Country basement that we've done, I've kind of tongue-in-cheek thrown in my sponsors as much as I can, and it's because I feel I had to. Not because they demanded it, but because they were so amazing, and it's truly the one way that I can give back. So in all seriousness, I do want to thank everybody who sponsored this project, and I don't have any stickers or signs or anything from E3D or Open Builds. But we do have IC3D, we have Country 3D, we have Bondtech, we have Duet. And we have Ant Collabs, and that's actually a BLTouch sitting here. That was the best that I could do as far as signage for them. So, but I also want to thank, I mean, everybody in the community for the support. Anybody that sent stuff, and I apologize for not having a list of people, but you know, Uncle Ron sent stuff. Obviously, Walter. I even put his little icon. Let's see, where is it? Right there. And Scott McClellan. Scott is a friend of the channel, and has.
I kind of hope he shows up for this. Like.
He has. I think he bought the whole entire wiring harness except for one roll of wire. Bought every connector. Bought the crimping tool, which, holy cow, did that make a difference? You know, I've always just kind of. I have a cheapy manual crimper, and I've used pliers and stuff. Do yourself a favor and buy a crimper if you ever have to put these connectors on. So So you guys ready? Should we do this?
Uh-huh.
I wonder how blue smoke shows on camera.
Uh-huh.
All right, I gotta plug it in. I have a nice heavy-duty 12-gauge power line or power cord over here.
It's the thingy, and it goes into the thingy, and it makes blue smoke.
Are we sure we want to do this? Put your tongue on this and see if it's live.
Okay.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking. I will probably break down at some point during this stream.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
All right. Should we have like a countdown? Drum roll. Drum roll, please.
You better be slapping your knees.
We have fan.
We have the invisible blue smoke.
Doesn't smell like anything's burning. The screen's coming on. All right, now I should have probably also prefaced this with the fact that I have no idea how any of this works.
Oh.
So
That's
I'm gonna
nice.
put on my Superman specs and let's see if we can get it to move. I gotta move Walter's sticker though because it's right in the channel.
No. Chuck.
What? My light's just dimmed. Yeah, so did half the country. You're all right. Okay. I'm gonna move the box.
Yeah.
Woohoo! There it is, ladies and gentlemen. History has been made. The FK-1 is delivering a box of IC3D filament to me. I do have a problem with the back cable chain sagging. It's too heavy, so it clicks up into the mount.
Is it gonna stop?
When it gets to the switch. Hopefully. There it is.
Oh. You threw that at my face.
I said to my wife earlier that I probably should have kept a record of how many hours I have into this thing. Because
it's a lot.
I can't even venture a guess.
How long have you been working on this thing?
Well, for those who don't know, I started
months?
designing this
A few months? Like
right after Murph.
No.
No, right after Murph.
It was right after Murph.
After Earth, I had to start redesigning it. Because somebody smarter than me started,
Holy
you know.
Cow.
So it has been a long time.
I can now finally sleep good because this thing works.
So let's see. I'm gonna manually move because it's buried into the stop. Let me see if I go to move.
So it has a touchscreen?
Yeah, 5-inch touchscreen, courtesy of Duet 3D. Thank you guys. All right, so
I didn't even mean to do
let's
that.
go. Let's go 100 on the X. In fact, let's go 1200 on the X. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. There's 7. There's 8. There's 9. There's 10. 11. 1200 millimeters. 1200 millimeters.
Stop showing off. We need more camera angles.
What do you want to see, Chris? Let me know, and I can move the portable camera around.
Do you
So.
want to see this aluminum from Open Builds?
All right, let me get this out of the way. All right, let's bring it back to the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is smooth. It is so smooth.
I can't wait to do like props and stuff with this.
All right. Yeah.
I'm so
All right.
excited.
I'm going to home the Y.
How tall is Zach?
How tall is Zach? I don't know. He can fit inside the frame. Like he could lay down in there, but he's taller than the bed is. I mean, there's no bed right now, but oh my gosh, guys. All right, so the Y axis homed.
I need one of these printers in my life.
Yeah, I don't really know. Let's This is really weird being this close to the camera too, because we're sitting in between the two tables.
Glenn, I think that hot end just went past my couch.
All right, hit number.
What? Any number,
2.
any number.
Yeah.
I think 3 would be better for
You
that.
think 3 would be better? All right. No, go to 4 so that they can
4,
see us
yeah.
too.
That's what I meant.
All right. Can you guys see? Where's one of the stools? No, I got one right here. I just gotta move stuff because it's, you know, anything that's horizontal gets junk piled on it.
Well, even things that aren't horizontal.
All right, now go back to 2. Was it 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it dimmed. Okay, so now you guys can see. Now you guys can see the touch screen and my reactions, because that's exciting. I also want you guys to know too. This is one of the coolest things. The Fun King head on here is actually the reset button. I was really proud of that. I didn't want a dumb reset button. So now you just punch the Fun King in the face. Not me, that Fun King, and it resets. So. Okay, so I cannot home the Z because there's no bed. Plus, I don't know that I have the BLTouch set up correctly. I mean, I'm going to
can't go up.
I'm going to claim ignorance. Like I don't know how to do all this. This is a completely new system to me. No, it's not moving. The Z's not moving at all because it doesn't know where it is.
That's not good.
And I'm totally afraid to hit that home Z button. I mean, it can't crash. There's nothing for it to crash into.
Or it can crash into the top.
All right, so go put your hand on the power switch, and if I yell now, then you turn it off.
Okay.
Okay, get over there. Because you're right. I mean, the motors may be backwards. I don't know. Ready?
So if you what do you yell?
I'll yell now.
Okay.
Or turn it off, or holy crap, or other profanities.
What's your profanity?
Well, that was weird. Okay, I don't know why that happened. I pushed the home Z button, and that moved those axes instead. So we're going to have to just work that out. But the X...
We're
the
going
X...
up.
Huh? You're all right. You can sit down. I'm not going to run the Z anymore.
was
The Z moves a little bit when the X goes.
Yeah.
Like it lifts the nozzle off the bed. I don't know if you guys can see any of this. It homes so slowly.
It doesn't need to be
5 hours later.
It doesn't need to be a fast printer. It just needs to be a big printer.
Well, it's not going to be fast. There's no fast about it. So right now it's telling us that the X is at 0, the Y is at 400, and it thinks the Z is at 5, which it's not. It's like 17 centimeters above the bed. So I don't want to just be arbitrarily punching buttons on here because I really don't want something to go wrong. But I'm having a really great time just doing this.
Mitch is in the house.
And for those of you who don't know, I can push that button 12 times before it hits the other side.
Mitch is here, and he said the FK logo reset is awesome.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It was just like just messing around. I came up with it. And I'm like, yeah, I totally got to do that. So
It needs the new E3D Super Volcano.
does it force homing on X and Y before Z? I don't know because it's not actually homing. Like the X didn't go all the way to the end stop, and the Y came forward. Well, yeah, because that is 0, 0. Or I mean that's home. I told it I wanted it to home in the front. So maybe, but then it still didn't move the Z. And it does, like when you home the X, it does lift the Z a little bit. So let's see.
Bye, Pyro.
Bye, Travis. Thanks for being here, buddy. Yeah, watching a movie with the wife is more exciting. I see how it is. See what happens next time you have a project. All right, I'm gonna hit the home X again, and I'm gonna watch. You watch that coupling.
What coupling?
The coupling, but watch that one and tell me if it moves.
It's moving.
Okay, so it is moving the.
So yeah, it is moving the Z.
But I'm curious, which way did it move it? Let's see which way it goes. I gotta fix that cable chain. Okay, so the motors are backwards. The Z motors are backwards as well. They're actually pulling the Z down before it moves the X.
And that's not good?
Well, it's not supposed to. It's supposed to lift the nozzle off the bed before it moves it, so it doesn't drag the nozzle through your bed surface.
That would make a cool surface thingy.
All right, punch us back to 1 so I can move this out of the way for a minute, without people having to like stare into the aluminum.
Look into the darkness.
Let's see how close I can get. It's been a long time since we've been this close to the camera. To think we used to sit about this far. Our old videos, we were about this far away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we were like sitting on top of each other and stuff. That was back in the olden days.
Olden days. Where you had to be like, we gotta be professional.
All right, so I'm going to try to pull up the web interface is what I'm doing right now. So reversing firmware easy on Duet. Okay, so now can I do it? Can I do it from the control panel, or do I have to go back? Like, do I have to take the SD card out and go and swap it?
Put it on wheels and you can draw 1,200 millimeter lines in the middle.
I wonder if I can get like the extruder to push us along and we can just ride it to Murph. I'll be like, doot, 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 doot. And then I have to raise it up and back it up and then doot, 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 doot. I'll be there in like 6 years.
It'll take forever. You can do it.
Sandra, you have a booger in your nose.
No, I don't.
Oh, that's what Uncle Ron said.
No, I don't.
Okay. No, you can do everything in the web. Well, for some reason, the web is not coming up. It is giving me a can't be reached. So, let's... I will say that one of the things I'm most excited about this project coming to a close is that I'll finally be able to get this area cleaned up because it is ridiculous. All right, I have Angry IP Scanner on here. So let's see. No, I don't want to upgrade right now. Just do it. I did it again. See, I said do it. It should be on 230. Which it is not showing. Okay, so what would cause that to... Yeah, put it on an external router and we can change your settings for you. No problem. I'll just set the DMZ to that IP address. No, it's not even attaching. So when I went through the RepRap configurator, like it asked me what the name of my Wi-Fi was, and I gave it the password, which, you know, if you want to hack me, my password's password, and not really, that'd be ridiculous. But it's not like I hard coded the IP. Like I have a whole sheet. I don't like DHCPing my stuff, so I hard code everything. And maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should let it try to grab a IP address. So at this point, can I? And I'm not keeping up with the chat, and my apologies for that. You can do it. Use a belt feed and continuously print meter long stuff. You can do everything in the web, right in web control. It's Wi-Fi. OneRaz is here. Hello, OneRaz. Find your IP. I know what the IP is. You ever set up the Wi-Fi? I did in the RepRap configurator. But is there something more that I have to do? Turn it off and back on again. Thanks, thanks, Chuck. Are you serious? I don't know. Like, I mean, we can try that, but
turn what on and back on? Off. Get wait. Off. Wait.
OneRez, I've got good streaming health, so I don't know. I don't think it's on my side.
That's what they all say.
I assign static myself and then reserve it in my router. Well, I might do that. Go ahead and shut it down. I'm gonna pop the SD card out and take a moment and go. Xander will sing you guys a song or something while I'm gone.
Xander sings everything.
And I will
Goodbye.
I will do just a quick reconfigure on it. It's just so you guys know, I have to redesign the electronics box. I didn't make the slot for the SD card big enough, so you got to kind of manipulate it out of there.
What are you gonna do?
The SD card gets stuck in there.
Oh.
Woo! That time it shot out and I caught it. Good save. All right, so Xander's gonna sing you guys a song, and
Plug your ears because I don't have good singing.
Tell them a joke. They love your jokes.
No, you have to wait.
Just don't give away any good ones.
You have to wait till Thursday. That was yesterday. That's your work. Xander, any joke? I don't know any. Don't know any. It's fun King Thing Friday.
All right, we're gonna acquire it dynamically, and then I'll see if it shows up on there.
Doesn't have the same rhythm. It's on King Thing Friday.
I will say I like this. I like this way of configuration. Not having to compile and reburn the firmware, reflash.
Remember, no copyright songs, only originals. No, I'd rather not. Where's the pizza? It's not Sunday.
I can't have pizza anymore.
Oh yeah.
Too much carbohydrates that turns into sugar and then causes my blood sugar to spike.
Making giant print machines every single Friday. And then Uncle Ron said right after that, building monster huge things every.
No, I'm only gonna print benchies, like regular, normal size benchies.
On this thing? No.
Yep, just a whole lot of them.
And then, like, right on the bottom of them, FK-1, and then send them all to Chris Riley.
Yeah, we can benchy bomb Chris Riley in one print session. All right, go ahead and turn her back on.
Xander, how many times did your dad swear at it while building it?
Be honest.
I honestly don't know.
I didn't have any I didn't have any issues. Even when I jammed that clamp into my ear, that didn't even make me swear. Only because I was trying to ignore it because I was on camera at the time. But
you should have made it super dramatic.
I know I should have. I made the wrong choice. But everything went really amazingly smooth with this whole build, other than the fact that it was expensive and it took forever.
Just a boatload of boats.
There needs to be a button on here like test the Wi-Fi. By the way, I made an executive decision. The FK-1's name on the network is Groot.
No!
And the Prusa is now known as Baby Groot. Because the Prusa created this. Everything that's printed on this was printed on the Prusa. So, how much blood was lost making it? Not much, but there was a couple times it drew blood. So, I bet you that you can hang a Mercruiser on the back of. All right, let's angry IP scan again and see what we get.
You should do a Twitter poll on what it should be named.
Why? I already made a name for it.
No, because I want it to be Thanos. I mean, Big Purple Grape Man. We don't want to get copyrighted.
I'm gonna run Fing on here and. Oh, it'll be so nice to be able to have some space back again. And I say that this big monster is gonna be sitting behind us all the time anyway. So more than sweat and tears. M552. Okay.
Wouldn't that make
I can't even connect to it. How am I supposed to give it an M552 and what does that do for me?
Wouldn't that make the Prusa Papa Groot?
Papa Groot? Well, it's small, so it has to be Baby Groot. When little printers finally grow up, they turn into this.
Benji jet ski. I will call it George. On screen M552.
On the duet, on the panel do, from the screen. I didn't even know that I could put in stuff in here. Oh, there's a console button. Oh, there's a keyboard. Holy crap. Was that 552 or 5? Yeah.
There's a
Dude, this is
There's a console on the screen.
This is amazing.
If you put a lid on it, you can.
Can I text and tweet from here? Because if I can tweet from this thing, I'm so done.
If you put a lid on it, you can put all of your other printers on top of it.
How much for the kit? I don't think I'm going to offer it as a kit. I'm thinking about doing a hardware kit, but you know, after I've built this, I don't know if I'm going to recommend anybody build one of these. Holy cow. It says Wi-Fi module is idle. So does that mean that we're not connected? And I know I watched Chris Riley's, there it is. It's on 107. I think that could also be my other ESP chip over there. But let's try it. Let's see what happens. Who can it be knocking at my door?
It's me.
No. 107 refuses connection as well.
You won't be able to tweet.
Why do I have a PlayStation on my network? It must be identifying something wrong. It thinks there's a PlayStation. We don't have a PlayStation.
No. You won't be able to tweet to Chris Riley, not on Twitter.
Actually, you probably could tweet from it. We're going to have to work on that because that's awesome. Okay, M552S1. This blows my mind. You know, if you guys would have told me I could do this, like, way back, I would have never considered any other board.
It's me, Amalia.
Reported error, no known networks found.
Neighbor stealing internet? Well, maybe.
I don't think so. My neighbors are too far away.
Quick, hide
Quick,
the
hide the
PlayStation.
PlayStation. It's possible that Fingus just picked it up incorrectly.
Luckily, I hid it under my bed so no one would know.
It's supposed to be the ESPRESSIF, right? Is what it would identify as. I think that's what Chris said in this video. And I have two. I have one that runs my YouTube scroller. So it is not. And I know that there's a command that you can type to jam it, if anybody can help me with that. So, okay, after that, wait about 15 to 20 seconds and it should tell you it's on. Okay. There you go. That's the one I was looking for. M587S, name of network, P password. Okay. Read that to me. M587?
Yeah. S.
Space S. Oh. Space S. I need a stylus. Is there a stylus for this screen? S. And then do I have to put the name of the network in quotes like that?
So short.
Is quotes an option on here? I don't like see a.
There's a stylus. Where would you put it?
No, that's not the joke. Oh, there's the quotes. All right. I'm putting quotes. Did you answer me? Yes, and you can't do that on the console. Yeah, there's quotes. There's quotes. I found them. All right. S and then.
No quotes.
Yeah, Llama
No
said
quotes?
no. Llama said no quotes.
Okay. So then let me look to see. Okay. I just wanted to look to see to make sure that that my SSID wasn't all capital or anything weird like that, which it's not. It's a mix.
Mine is a Duo Ethernet. Don't know about your fancy Wi-Fi people.
Oh, okay. I pushed the wrong button. Let's start again.
Oh.
M.
Says your fingers make
582. Oh, you know what? I have a stylus. You guys are going to laugh at me for using a stylus, but I have these cool pens that's got a stylus tip on the back. I just have too fat of fingers for this. All right, so
Wow.
read that to me. It's M582, right?
I need to find it. M587.
Oh, M587. Good thing we didn't do a 582. That catches it on fire.
What?
S.
Space S.
Quotation
Name of network.
in quotes, I think.
Jarvis. Space. Oh. And then P, right? Capital P, P. And then the password.
Which is obviously password.
Right. PASS. You guys didn't change the Wi-Fi password on me again, did you?
Yeah, we did.
Bad or missing parameter.
You're telling me that you took 10 hours to write that and it didn't work?
Fire turns it into an ANET printer.
Wow. The Duet Wiki.
It
has
might need the
quotes.
quotes. I don't remember. Oh, suddenly now it might need the quotes. Gosh. I'm going to turn into the Pumpkin King here in a second. All right, let's try it. You watch the chat just in case they say something different. And I'm typing it case sensitive, so. the stylus works much better. The joke about the stylus was that Joel got really mad that the new Robo 2 requires a stylus, and he's like, "It's 2018. You should have a touchscreen that doesn't require a stylus." But I have fat fingers, so that's why I made the stylus comment.
Walter would like you to call him.
What?
Why don't you just call me? Why do I gotta look your number up and stuff?
850.
No, don't give it out over the air. Holy crap. I'm just saying, you know, like I'm being lazy, and then plus if I call him, oh, it's under you for Uncle Walt. Actually, it's not. I don't have you in here, Walter.
Well, here.
Call me. Call me. Gosh.
Dad?
It's fine.
Okay. It's fine. Your fingers need to go on a diet.
I want him to call me so I can like be like, "Hi, you're on the air."
Uncle Wad, just call him, please.
What?
Nothing. Forget I was ever born.
I don't know why I don't have you saved in here, Walter.
Call me Walt. Oh, you can't call me what?
Call me Walter.
You can't.
Probably the only number I have from that area code.
Probably.
Apparently it's been too long. Then of course I never know which number is your home number and which number is your cell number.
You know you have grown up when you come down with fat finger syndrome.
Well, and bad eyesight and all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, it looks like that gave me bad or missing parameter as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an incoming call. Thank you for calling Fun King 3D. You're live on the air. Hey!
What's up? I'm sorry, I've got you up on YouTube and I was waiting on you to say something online.
Nah, we're ahead of the times here.
Yeah, that's fine. Did you get the network up? Because I'm behind you.
No. I did the M587 with the quotes, and it doesn't seem to have made a difference.
Well, the problem is that all of that, and I don't know if you can do that actual command through the console, because that's supposed to be set up before. So you may have to do the cable and telnet to it like they tell you in the wiki to set it up.
Well, now during the setup, it asked me if I wanted to enable telnet, and I did not. Like, it wasn't enabled by default.
If I can send you the link to the page you need to follow.
Okay.
Let me do that right now. I'll tweet it to you.
Oh, just post it. Just post it in the chat.
Oh, I can do that. That's right.
That'll be a lot quicker. It'll be right there. Hey, everybody! Thanks for tuning in so that you could watch us just hang out and chat with Walter from Country 3D.
Walter from Walter.
And if I lose you, it means that the generator crapped out and I gotta go out here and put gas or something in it.
No, I feel for you, brother. But
Earlier, it was getting low on oil, and you know they have the oil switches,
right.
so it would cut off, and I'd go out there and it cranked right back up. So I'm like, okay, I thought I had a little water in the gas or something. Come to find out, it was just a little bit low of oil. So I got some oil, and it's been on for the last couple hours. So
Yeah, they're very touchy.
I know. I'm hoping we have power by tomorrow, but you know, 'cause gas is expensive.
Well, you're still a lot more fortunate than those in like Mexico Beach and stuff.
I mean, we actually rode over to a little town called Hosford, and you may have heard of Bluntstown online on the TV. They said Bluntstown. Well, Hosford's about 9 miles this side of Bluntstown, last year, and it's on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said they probably won't have school in Lunchtown or anything until after January, so they're going to have to figure out somewhere for them to go to school. But we have friends that live in Hosford, so we drove over there today, and yeah, dude, we were very fortunate, even though we have a big oak tree right behind our back door.
Yeah, but it's at least it's only on the ground and not on your house.
Yeah.
Well, that's absolutely true. But they're going to be without power at least a month. And several of our friends have property in Mexico Beach, and I know anybody that watched the Weather Channel saw Mexico Beach. It was absolutely just flattened the entire town.
Yeah, totally and completely devastated.
Yeah, well, I mean, you think about it, what, an F3 tornado that's, 10 miles wide,
Yep.
7 miles wide.
Yep.
Something like that. So it was devastating, man. It really was. It was sad to see. But it's been good here, man. I mean, power companies from everywhere are here. So,
Before I plug this in, do I need to shut the computer or the printer down?
no, I wouldn't think so.
I can have it on its own power and USB into it.
Yes. But you do have to have a YAT. Now, did you download the YAT program?
No, I just downloaded some Duet driver files. Because step one is unboxing, but I've already done that, and then connect your Duet via USB.
Right.
And it said that I'll probably have to download some drivers, so we'll find that out here in just a second.
I never had to download the drivers, but I did have to use YAT. It's a terminal emulator, so if you have a terminal emulator, you can terminal in. This one just makes it really easy. It's a nice looking screen and all that.
Oh, I've got PuTTY. I've got SSH.
I don't know if PuTTY will work. I don't know. I never used PuTTY. I have used PuTTY, but I used YAT for my Duet Wi-Fi.
All right, well, I'll download it. It's not a big deal. Two seconds, right? So let's pop back over here in the chat, make sure everything's okay. Thomas said, or you can put the SD card in your computer and edit, whichever is easier. Well, I've already done that though, Thomas. I've configured it through the RepRap configurator and gave it the information, but.
And I was going to say that too, because I tried that several times. Like once you set the network, you have to run this command again to change it. You can't just go in there and edit what it puts in your config file.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? I mean,
I don't know. It's one of the things I don't like about that.
Well,
if you look up changing your Wi-Fi settings on the Duet Wi-Fi, it sends you to this page.
Well, that's kind of a pain, because if I take this printer elsewhere, I'm just going to have to bring my own network with me.
Well, just bring the cable and YAT.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this printer is so portable, I plan to take it everywhere.
Right. Once you have them in there, though, there's a saved Wi-Fi list, and it'll go down through it and connect to the first one it finds.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. And there's commands that you can clear that saved list, like just say you change all the names of your networks in your house. You could clear that list and then, start over again.
Well, yeah, because I don't have my when I do the hotspot on my phone, it's not named the same as my network in the house. So I'd want to be able to connect to both of those.
Yeah. And Thomas Imlaws, I'm reading this, I don't know if I'm late or early. He says you can edit the config.g and mod the network section. The network section isn't even in my config.g at all.
I had one line in the config.g file that had the stuff, and then the comment next to it said that you could something about deleting it after something. I don't know. Again, this is all new to me, so you guys are teaching me.
Yeah, after you delete it, after you connect to it, you can just delete that line. So it's like a Python script or something that runs whenever you run that command that overwrites it. That's why editing that line hasn't worked for me, Thomas, and I asked that on the Duet Wi-Fi forum, and search on the software wrote me back.
Tom 3D Printing Llama Tom said he made his a hotspot, like itself as a hotspot when he was at ERF.
And you can't do that, that's for sure.
Are the Z motor lead screws like super high above the printer, or am I seeing things? No, it must be an optical illusion. No, they're they're 800 millimeter lead screws, well, ball screws, and they only needed to be 650, but those were the ones I could get, and they were the best price. So I have to cut them. I haven't built up the courage to cut them yet. Yeah, Thomas Emerald says that all his 552 stuff and IP, etc., is in his config G.
Yeah, and none of mine is.
Interesting. All right, what do we got over there? Looks like YAT is installed. YAT. I
You just have to know what port it's on and connect to it through YAT.
The previous serial port COM1 is currently not available. Okay, that's fine. All right, I gotta move this over to a screen where I can see. Okay, new terminal.
No, Fun King spinning head on lead screws. That would actually be really cool.
Well, they are still going to be, they'll be a little bit, they're not going to stick up above the frame, but there's a little gap in there. I can do it by magnets.
Yes.
All right. So I have a COM4, which is my Arduino that's in my hotbox, and a COM7, which is a USB serial device. So I have to assume that it's going to be that.
Probably so.
I have to get back. I have to get back to the page. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. So, all right, download YAT. Oh no, I gotta get through the Mac stuff. Get back to the Windows stuff. Okay, open YAT and configure the correct COM port. Anything special as far as the baud rate? 9600, okay?
Yeah.
BV3D needs to go.
That's Brian Vines.
Oh.
Oh, thank you, Brian. Thank you for being here, buddy. It means a lot to me. Okay, so I have a monitor open, and this is where I do that M587.
No, do an M115 first.
M115. Firmware name, RepRap firmware for Duet 2 Wi-Fi Ethernet firmware version 2.0.
Okay, so we know what version you're on, so yeah, go to the enable network and do the M552.
M552. Wi-Fi module is idle, and it says OK.
Yep, so then you do the M587 with a S and then quotation and your network SSID.
It is faster to type on it this way.
And then, of course, you get your password.
Don't you guys be looking at my password for my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, okay.
And that came back with an OK.
All right, so then you do an M552S1.
How come it doesn't clear? Like it's not clearing the send text box. Okay, so send a M552, you said?
Space S1.
S1. And that's okay?
Give it just a second. It'll come back with your IP address and everything when it connects.
Okay, fantastic. That's not the one I want, but I'll take care of that later.
Yeah, you can set it to what you need later. So now you should be able to go to that IP address on your web browser. Where you don't even have to close the COM port. You can go straight there.
Yeah, because I only have a very small, I think I have like 20 spots open for DHCP.
Yeah, that's fine.
Guys, don't be watching me type my password either.
I'm like a minute behind or so on the screen, so.
No, I don't mean you. I mean everybody that's watching.
I got you.
All right, I'm in.
Sweet.
That's exciting. Thank
So
you.
you
That
can
was
now
awesome.
control it from the computer.
Now, if you look at the bottom of the web interface, there's a settings button, and that's where you'll go to edit your config from now on to get your motors going the right direction and all that other stuff.
Well, that's exciting because it's not easy to get that SD card out of there right now. I started to reprint the electronics box, and I made it this far. You'll see it in a second, Walter. And then I ran out of filament. So onto the interwebs I went, and IC3D to the rescue, and boom, now I got a fresh roll of black back there ready to go.
Right.
We can't see the keyboard. Excellent. Password, that's weak. All right.
There's the electronics box. I see where you ran out of filament.
Yeah, it's only like a half a inch or so tall, and it's supposed to be like, I don't know, 60 millimeters, I think it was. 48 millimeters. So, and I still got to print a lid for it and put fans in it, but again, that's why I haven't bought the bed yet, because I know that once I buy the bed and I can lay down plastic, I'll never go back and finish it.
I was trying to say a while ago, when you hold the Z, it's a BLTouch. Stick your finger under it and push the probe.
Okay, yeah. Well, I have a piece of wood up here too, like a piece of MDF I could lay on there.
Yeah, I mean, it would think it doesn't need to be metal or anything like that. You were saying the bed, you can use your finger to match that probe. So.
All right, well, we'll give that a go.
All right, buddy. Well, I mean, if you need anything else, I'm here.
Thank you, brother. What is this? Is this the home phone or the cell phone? I guess
This is my home.
you have home phone.
I have a landline. Yes, I do. I'm old. Remember?
No, that wasn't my point. You don't have power and you don't have internet, but you have a home phone?
Oh no, I'm on the internet. I've got my generator running.
Oh, I thought it took out like all the lines. I guess it's not necessarily by you, it's somewhere else that you don't have power, huh?
Yeah, our power lines here in front of our house are actually fine. About a half mile down the road, there's a couple of power poles snapped in half.
Well, get some
They're trying to get those repaired before they turn all the power on down here.
get some duct tape and a ladder and go fix it.
Get some super glue.
I've got some barrel wire. We could just stick the sucker together and we'd be good.
You need some 3D glue. You'll be fine.
I could have 3D printed a sleeve on my T-Row to go around the light pole.
That'd be awesome.
No, we're doing that right.
All right, brother. Thanks for the help.
All right, man. I'll be on here.
Sounds good.
Later.
Bye. All right, that was very, very helpful, and that's what I love about this community, is because I don't have to know how to do anything. There's always somebody out there that knows how. I did watch Chris Riley's video twice, but unfortunately, because his setup and my setup were so different, there were some things that didn't necessarily
Duct tape to the rescue.
didn't necessarily mesh up. So I guess I can kill the terminal now.
Sholm is here.
Close out of that. Hey, Sholm, thanks for popping in. And then we can unplug out of here. It's always good to have a 10-foot USB cable. Now I can go back, and if you guys want me to put the camera back over here, I am more than willing to do
Jason
that.
and I are watching in the living room. FYI, we have you on the big screen in the living room, and we can't hear whoever that is on the phone. They sound like the teacher from Brown Charlie. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I mean, cell phone speaker sucks. I am working on a way to be able to plug the phone into our audio system. And FunKing has a phone number, so we'll be able to do call-ins, which I think would be really cool.
Hey, Jason.
So, but hi, Jason. I hope you're feeling better, buddy. Wah, 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 wah. All right, and then let's home some Y. And then, okay, we have to go in. We have to go in and switch the Z motors. Now, there's another issue, and that is that when I set the movement for the Z I kind of guessed, because they are not 4-start 8mm, lead screws. They are single start ball screws. So I got to figure out what exactly that number needs to be. So what I did was I took whatever, I think it was 400 for the 4 starts, and I cut it in half, went to 2. So I don't know if that was good or bad, but all right. So it knows that I homed those other 2. Can't wait for the first big print on that bad boy. Me too, but the very first print is going to be a benchy, and that's actually no joke. I really am going to print a benchy. And my reasoning behind that is because I'm familiar with benchies, and I'll be able to look at it and say, yes, that is the quality I normally get out of a benchy. So, is this the country help hotline? All right, so there's supposed to be somewhere around here a settings. There it is. I'm split screen right now. I got you guys on one side and the rest on the other. Machine properties, maybe.
Hey, Rover.
Yeah, just in time. like nothing like cutting it crazy close, right?
Hey, Rover.
Hi, Rover.
His name is just Rover now. It's not the USS Nova Rover or whatever it was. Don't remember what it was.
Rover, USS Rover. All right. I'm looking through the controls. System editor. I'm trying to see. Okay. All right. Where to reverse the.
Will there be a giveaway for a giant benchy?
Maybe. I'm kind of sad. IC3D is they're gonna send me a roll of PLA to print with at Orlando Maker Faire, but I'm sad that it can't be Fun King 3D Yellow PETG because I won't have a heated bed yet. So I had to decline the PETG and just go with PLA.
Xander finally noticed. Wait, how long has it been like that?
Okay,
Wait,
drive
what?
0 goes backwards, drive 1 goes forward. P3, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but P3 is my no, P3 was the extruder. P2 is Z's. I don't know why they can't just call it Z, right? Somebody confirm that for me. P2 is Z. I bet Country has a 1-900 number. Yeah, being able to view and edit all your system files from the web interface is one of the best Duet features. You'll use it a lot in the near future. Well, that's not very promising. No. System. Okay, so we're going to save the changes on that and reboot the Duet. Do it! I'm really excited that I did this live. I'm really excited to have all of you guys involved in every bit of this, and I know that you guys all make fun of me, but
Please no, Sean. That's not very appreciated. Please no.
But once again, I want to do a huge thanks to all of the sponsors who helped out with this project, and
Walter, E3D, Open Builds, BLTouch, Bondtech, Duet, and IC3D, and then much more.
And then of course Uncle Ron, Scott McClellan. There was a whole bunch of people that sent stuff off of the. In fact, everything from the
Prusa even.
Everything's from the wish list was purchased for us, which was amazing. So you can just move it from there too. I have to refresh it. It went to sleep.
but it didn't.
Oh, no, that's not where it was. Oh, because I put it over here. I need another screen. I need more monitors.
You do not.
All right, so where do I go? I see the emergency stop button. That's my favorite one.
No, no, Sean, no, please.
Okay, I am reconnected.
There is
Machine
a problem.
controls. Oh, look at that. Okay, so none of them are homed currently is what it's telling me. So I'm going to rehome X. I'm going to rehome Y. I want to rehome that X again. There was a... Okay, it looked like when X moved that it kind of like did this, but apparently it was my eyeballs. Because that's actually not even physically possible, so... And then if we home Y, and I got to jam my finger underneath there in case it gets out of control.
Woo!
Or control the Z.
Gonna touch the hot end?
It's not hot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not. It's not even trying to move the Z. And they're not. I mean, like it's difficult now because there's power to it, but.
Have a tablet. Use it for control.
But it's like it's not trying. And it's still saying that, like when I hit the home Z button, I'm gonna hit the home all and see what happens. There's X. Oh, Y is going so slow. It's okay, little buddy. Take your time. You know, this might be okay on a normal printer, but on this big boy, I need you to move. I did click home all. You guys need to catch up and get more. Maybe I have the latency set too far on this, but.
Seriously, I'm using my tablet to control the printer. Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, because you can Wi-Fi
I
in.
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's homing it to the 0, but it's not even trying to move the Z. Like it's not shaking or buzzing or grinding. Okay, hang on. I got errors up here. G28Z, Z probe already triggered at start of probing move. Homing failed. Probe already triggered. Homing failed. So maybe maybe I have the BLTouch wired wrong. There might actually be something more I need to do with that BLTouch now that I think about it, because there is an option. Did you just try to call me again, Walter? Yeah, you did. I'm gonna call Walter back. Hey.
That does sound like your BLTouch is not the signal pin is not correct.
Well, here's what I was just like what just kind of clicked into my head, and that is that I read a couple different tutorials on how to hook it up, and each one of them used a different pin. Like the power, the positive and negative were the same, and the two pins, the black and white ones, were the same, but people were using different. Like I'm on heater 3 and somebody used heater 7.
Yeah, see, if you do mine, I didn't use the heater at all. I used the number 8 down from the power. Because it's 1 and 2 for positive and negative. And then you just go 4, 6, 8 and plug it onto that 8th pin. And it's just as easy as using one of the heaters. Because I could never get to work on the heater.
And does it actually already know that?
No, you have to put it in the line for it, but I can give you that. That's what I was getting at.
All right, let me go in. Let me go in and see. What do you do? I need you over here watching the chat, please. That's why I have you, sidekick.
Turn on the TiVo on the back right corner, baby, behind the.
All right, settings. And that's in the config G normally?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's in the settings. It's in the config.
Under Z probe.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me get to mine too, Glenn. Sorry. I didn't really have my printer on because we're running on generator, so I turned them all off.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I actually did print. I lost a nose piece to my glasses today, so I printed one and super glued it to it so the metal wasn't cutting into my nose.
Nice. All right, Thomas Emrod said, look in your config for M558, which I see. I got an M558, P9H5, F120, T6000.
Here's mine. You ready?
Okay.
Mine's M558, P1.
Wait. Okay. It jumped. So M558.
Yeah. Then space P1.
P1.
And then X0Y0Z0.
What?
Yeah.
Mine doesn't have any of that. X0, Y0,
Z0.
Z0.
And then H5.
H5.
Now, wait, now, you may not have that, the X, Y, and Z0. Remember, this is on my TiVo Little Monster that I have a BLTouch, so.
Okay.
And then H5,
Okay.
F120, and T6000.
All right. So the only thing that changed is
What's the P number?
the P. Yeah, P9 to P1.
Right. Oh, wait. I've got actually another one down here. This is my in-stock one. No, mine's P9H5F100 T2000 on the M558 below that. But that 9, put it on that 8th pin because that's what mine had to be. You're trying it on the heater,
Right.
but put it on the number 8 pin and then try that P9 number.
Okay. So you got 1, 2, which is your positive and negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's where it is. It's on pin 8.
Okay, well then
That.
that line, mine is P9H5F100 T2000, but that should make no difference. What's the line above that in yours, Glenn? There's an M307 line.
It's M307, H is in Harry 3, and then space A-1, C-1, D-1.
That's exactly what I've got here. And then below that I have a G31 line, but that's just for homing and setting the probe height.
Hey,
Do you have
hey,
a
Sean.
G31?
Sorry. What was that?
Do you have a G31 line after it?
Yeah, G31 space P is in Paul 25 space X, and then my measurements of where my what my offsets are. Oh, show 'em, brother. Thank you so much. Shalom said, Skewed View 3D would like to sponsor FK-1 too. Was going to check your wish list this past week, but everyone knows how this week was for us. So I hope this still counts. I'm sure you'll put this to good use. Absolutely, Shalom. God bless you too, brother. Thank you so much.
Well, everything sounds right. I mean, as long as your BLTouch is blue.
Is blue.
Yeah, if it's not blue, then it's not down. But let's try to make the probe scan.
It doesn't have any color to it at all.
Oh no, then you don't have power.
All right, so maybe I gotta.
When it's on and it's retracted, it's red. When it's down and not retracted, it's blue.
Okay, so maybe I've got a bad contact somewhere.
That may be so. You may try to move your power cables or something and see.
Okay, so, but real quick question, which one of these M558 lines do I need? The one I had or the one you gave me?
They're both, I've got both of them uncommented as well.
So you have the M307, and then it goes to an M558, and that's the P9H5 one.
Yes.
And then
Up above in my end stops, I have an M558P1 X0 blah blah blah.
no, in my end stops, all I got is an M574 X1Y2S1.
Well, those are the micro switches. But then below that, I have this is for Z-Pro travel speeds, that M558P1 X0Y0Z0 H5 F120 T6 out here. I'll just paste the dang thing in there.
And that's up in the end stops?
Yeah, that's right below the M574.
Weird.
Hold on, I'll just paste it here.
No, I got it. I typed it out when you were telling me before.
Yeah. I'll put it in the chat too, but yeah, that's in my end stops. Now, like I said, this is on the TiVo, but it still should be the same.
Yeah, I can't imagine it would be different.
Yeah. And that may be necessary, to say, hey, I have a probe. The other one is telling it how to work, but you should still have power, regardless of either of those.
Yeah, no, that is definitely an issue.
Now, you plug the 3 wires into the Z probe, correct? There's 3 wires, and then you have your power wires.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was reading. Yeah, there's 5 wires coming out of that thing.
Right. So you have the 2 power wires, and then you have that single wire that's plugged onto 8, and then you have 2 other wires plugged onto the Z plug, right?
Yeah, there's a pair of white headers down lower on the board.
Correct. One of them's for the monitor, and the other one is for the Z probe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I followed the online tutorial.
Yeah, that's the exact way mine is set up. So you are now set up exactly how I am.
But I don't have any light on that thing, so I'm not getting any power. So I'm going to bust out the meter.
Yeah.
All right, I'm saving those changes. Hopefully that doesn't burn it up. Everybody says you sound like wah, 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 wah.
Well, I do sound like that in real life.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, well, let me grab the meter and let me start metering this. So, thank you, sir.
All right, I'll see you in a little bit.
Sounds good. All right, everybody.
Thank God we're done talking to that guy. He was really.
All right, let me grab my meter. 1 meter later. Because I obviously do not have power to the BLTouch. And that isn't good. So, thank you again, brother. I really, really appreciate it. Xander, where's your fancy pantsy hat?
It's down somewhere.
Hey, Sean, you should have been
Pretty
here
sure it's on my
earlier.
desk.
I had the IC3D box sitting up here when we started, and then when the first movement, the IC3D box came across like this. It was awesome. It looked like movie magic, but it was legit. Oh, I found the problem. Let's turn this off before I plug this in. Turn the printer off.
Okie dokie.
I must have unplugged that for something and did not plug the BLTouch back in. Mystery solved. Let me tell you what, this project took a lot of wire. There's got to be a couple miles of it here, I think. I didn't even need the meter to figure out that that thing was unplugged. Oh, I hear it. I hear it clicking. And it's red now. It's red. It's red. Hey, everybody, my BLTouch is red.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. So let's... I really need more monitors.
No, you don't.
Honey, can I buy more monitors? I want you all to know that my wife put her foot down today. She said, absolutely, positively, I cannot buy an ambulance. She said she has to draw the line somewhere.
Please, Mom.
No.
Please.
No.
as a birthday present.
All right, I'm
That
homing
was
all.
That was a while back.
So, somebody tell me why this thing homes so slowly. It's so slow.
No, it's actually going normal.
I want to
speed.
figure out how to
It's just
strap a
because it's
camera to my body, like a wireless camera that I can pump in. So like whatever I'm looking at, they can see too. That'd be so. Yeah, we were talking. I was telling them about the moving the box, and then Shom did this.
Oh.
Yeah, the y-axis is homing so slowly. So
It's going normal speed, but since it's so big, it
no,
just
that's
looks
not
like-
normal
I
speed.
know.
That's painfully slow.
I know.
You have the speed set too slow for home.
I'll sell you my bus for 4K. Nick 3D Design said he would
Okay,
sell
it is.
So Glenn ordered a hearse and
Nah,
It is
I
running
don't
the
know.
Z. The Z is turning. I just can't tell which way it's going. It's going down. But the BLTouch is not blue. It's not going to know when to stop. Like it didn't push the probe out. Let's push the reset button. I pushed the reset button, it's still moving. That's a terrible reset button. Maybe I should have mounted the like when it first starts it clicks.
Should we start a GoFundMe for the Fun King ambulance?
What's that?
Big Steve said, should we start a GoFundMe for the Fun King ambulance?
Oh my gosh, no, I would feel terrible. There's so many like causes and people out there that need the money. I mean, mainly now, like all the people that lost their homes and stuff in North Florida, you know, in the Panhandle, and then, you know, I would feel terribly guilty taking money from a GoFundMe to buy an ambulance. That's not even an ambulance, it's just to transport my printer. All right, so I'm back to being confused again because it did not deploy the probe. That's the word I was looking for, deploy. Okay, so M280P7S10, the reset signal had to travel through 14 miles of cable. That takes a while. No, but the the screen reset. All right, so M280P7S10. Can I do that through the web interface? Is there a G-code console? That's what I wanted. I have so much to learn. All right, I got error, invalid servo index 7 on M280 command. Because that's P7. Is it supposed to be P7? It's on pin 8, if that matters.
Can I go down and get some water?
Yeah, turn your mic off so we don't hear you go pee.
I'll just leave my mic here.
The screen is right next to the reset button. Oh. Just get an old Windstar. I actually measured the inside of, like, I looked at van measurements, and because I found a really sweet deal on a Chevy Astro van that had the, I call it a John boat on the roof, you know, where it had the raised roof. They only wanted $700 for it. It was having engine troubles, but it's a Chevy V6. I mean, it's an easy engine to work on, but with the back seat in it so that the kids can sit, it's not enough room. This thing is just too big. Get an A-Team van, but with a yellow stripe on the side instead of a red one. That'd be pretty awesome. Yeah, the wife's not buying it. Try P9, okay. P9. Invalid servo index 9 on M280 command. We try P8. I really need to look up the BLTouch and do it. Well, you know, like the BLTouch, I almost went with an inductive probe, and everybody was like, no, BLTouch, BLTouch. And then I started to look at what other, you know, printer manufacturers were using. Okay, I got green. I didn't get any return unless something's going to happen, but it's still red if that matters, but it's almost. My ego got bigger though when this guy from IC3D said to me today, anything Fun King wants, Fun King gets. Just do what a lot of the rest of us do and rent a vehicle for the shows. Yeah, cost though. Because again, I can drive my truck. It'll fit in my truck, and we all fit in my truck. It's just the fuel cost. So it's not that I don't have a vehicle that it fits in, but I really think that the most efficient option is going to be getting a small trailer and pulling it with the flex. I always have to add an I1 to the end of my string. Well, it's funny that you say that, Thomas, because I've seen some things. Sholm said hi. I've seen some things where it said certain versions need that I1 and certain ones don't. So. Not our fault you have an F650. No, it's only a 450. I did actually look at a 650 though. Actually, it was the GMC Top Kick, or Kodiak, whichever one is the GMC. But it was twice what I paid for my truck by the time you had a bed put on it and stuff. So. Okay, M280 P3 S10 I1. That gives me a green return as well. The probe is down and the light is blue. It's not a very impressive blue light. When the red light is on, that thing is red. When the blue light's on, it's like, yeah, there's a blue light in there. I'm going to have to reach out to Paris and see if I can get one custom made with yellow lights in it. Whatever you do, just make sure you got enough room to bring home a box or two with you. As you know, we're going to bring goodies to Orlando Maker Faire for you and the family. Well, that is appreciated. We'll have the truck for that for sure. I don't mind driving the truck to Orlando, so. And to retract it is 280 P3 S90. Okay, so now that the pin is deployed, if I did a homing now, should it work? You think? You think? You think? Where can I set before I do this? You'll need to edit your deploy and retract scripts to reflect those commands. Okay. All right. Well, see, now you guys are chatting too fast. I need to copy this stuff. I think I read something about that. You guys got to understand, I was really just excited to get this thing to move, so I probably didn't do everything I was supposed to. All right, I'm gonna hit the home all, even though it's gonna take forever for that y-axis to go. Yeah, if he's not going to participate, then yeah. 2 more hours and the Y should be back there. Setting and then system editor, bottom left. How many people are watching? Can somebody give me a count? Because I'm not looking at that screen. Too many other things open. $39 concurrent viewers. Okay, so yeah, it comes back forward plenty fast. It's that going back part, so. And the Z goes down really, really, really slow as well. Bam, that seems to have worked. It now knows that everything is homed. Not by the collar, not by the collar. You stretch your shirt out, boy. Can you program the home all to run faster? I hope so. I hope so. Okay. Three home number files to set speed. Okay, so back into settings. You all right? And then into config G, correct? All right. The Z hasn't moved enough to even know if there's any wobble in it, but from the little bit of testing I did, like if I physically grab it, I can wobble it back and forth, but I don't think it's going to do it on its own. So, and if it does, I have a couple of plans. So. Okay, so I'm in the config G file. Where do I, if anybody knows, set the speed for homing? I have a set steps. Nope, that wouldn't be right. Set maximum speeds. If that's the case, they're set to 18,000. Z is only 180 though. No, not in config G, in each home file. Okay. You have to yell at me. Gosh. Okay, there's a home all, a home X, a homie G. Yo, homie G, what up? That used to be an old nickname. All right, let's go into the home all. Okay, so there is a line. What? Nightbot's deleting your post, Thomas. It doesn't like the word homie. No, because somebody else typed homie. I don't know. It didn't like your post. Oh, Nightbot timed Thomas out. Dude, that is so uncool of Nightbot. I don't even know why. All right, well, Thomas, whatever you're typing, stop doing it. All right, I'm going to, I've lost my cohort, so. Walter says what? No. Was he texting it to you? Yeah. He's too good for the chat? Okay, so we got relative positioning, live Z relative, deploy mechanical Z probe, move quickly to X and Y axis end stops, and stop there first pass. Go back a few millimeters, move slowly to X and Y axis end stops once more, second pass. Yeah, but it's moving slow the first pass. Absolute positioning, go to first bed probe point and home Z by probing the bed. I don't even know what I'm looking at in here. So the one that says move quickly to X and Y axis end stops and stop there first pass is G1 S1 X 1205 Y 405. Oh, sorry, X negative 1205 Y 405 F 1800. So the F is my speed, if I remember. Yeah, okay, yeah. F number is your speed. Now, Walter's telling me to go into the config G, but yet Tom Lama yelled at me and said, no! Individual home. So I'm in the home all G right now. Later I'll go into the homey G. So I don't know which ones we're going into. Now Walter's calling. He's had enough of me. You guys all need to get your story straight.
Hey, no. What he's telling you is fine for the speed. What you did was you halved the turns, so you have to double that number.
Okay, but here's the thing. I'm not even worried about Z right now. What I'm worried about is when I tell it to home and the Y takes forever to go the 400 millimeters to the back.
He is right. That's the F number on your speed.
On the
On the home all. I have to look at my home all.
Yeah, because there's two. There's the move quickly and then the move slowly, and it's 18.
They should both have a F number.
Yeah, I got F 1800 and F 360.
Yeah, let me look at mine because I think mine's like F 2000 on the T. I can't hit my hypercube back there right now. You're never going to get the Z set right until you double the floor turn, because when you go down in turns, you have to double, go up in your number.
Okay, well I was trying to be careful with it so that I didn't.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Okay, so all right, I'm in the config G then.
Okay.
And where is?
It's in your speed, your what you call it? See, I don't have any because I'm on the TiVo.
Oh yeah, you're on the Delta.
Yeah, so you have to find where it's got, the whatever your rotations per millimeter or whatever it was that you had to set in there. It tells you. Hold on, I'll just go back here and turn on the freaking.
No. I'll find it. I think it's right here. Set. No, that's accelerations.
They're not pulling any power while I'm not heating them up. So.
That's true. Set maximum speeds.
I'll tell you in a second, man, because I really don't remember right off the top of my head. Give me just a second.
Or is it steps per millimeter?
There you go.
Steps per millimeter.
You halved yours.
Yeah, he had 400 and I went to 200, so I have to go to 800?
800, yes.
Okay, so that fixes the Z, or gets closer or whatever. All right, I have to look at the chat because everybody's gonna be yelling at me.
I know.
Thomas said, not too fast though. It'll go super duper warp speed and launch the FK-1.
I'm gonna go to my home all.
That's mine too.
It goes back at F6000.
Yeah.
So the Y, the X and Y, hold on, let me go to the Y I have at 6,000, which is too fast. Usually it's like 2,500 or something.
Well, it's. Let me see what happens.
Oh, all of my homing and my home Y are F6000.
I'm going to move my X. I think I'm going to move my X. I'm going to move my X out into the middle.
Yeah, all of mine are F6000 and F1800. But the F1800 should be moving pretty fast unless you have your, your millimeters wrong. Or your stepper motor.
Which is possible too, but I mean it seems to move. All right, I'm gonna hit the home all, and we're gonna see if the X moves really slow. I mean it's not massively fast, but no, it's really not. It's not nearly fast enough.
Yeah. In your config G, can you go back there?
If I had my steps per millimeter wrong, when I hit that thing 12 times to go across the bed, it would have been wrong.
I agree.
So that's got to be correct. Hang on, let me see what I don't want to leave this thing. I want to see what happens. So I still have to do some configuration on that BLTouch because it's not deploying the probe. Well, maybe it will now. I don't know. Yeah, and then when it comes back, like when it comes forward, yeah, it's not deploying the probe. So I still have to.
See what it's got in my home delta. I have a BLTouch on my delta, and I was seeing if there's anything in here. There's nothing in here that deploys the probe on the delta, but there may be. No, because I can't see the G29. I don't know. G28 should actually deploy the probe, I think.
Good night, show them. Good night, Jason. You guys behave yourselves. All right, but Thomas Mraz, is it Mraz or Mraz?
I call him Thomas Mraz, but
he said something a while ago about there's supposed to be.
He said he just checked and his are 6,000 as well.
Okay, I have a retract probe G.
Yeah, there you go. Hold on, let me go to my few.
Deploy probe G.
There's a deploy, but there's also files in here that you need to take out on yours.
Now my deploy probe G has the line you gave me, but it does not have the I1 in it.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you still have the home delta file?
Home delta. Yes, I do have a home delta.
Right click and delete that file.
Delete. Yes. Okay, it's gone.
Okay, that will help you in your homing for sure. There were like four files. I can't remember what they were, but I told Chris he had to delete them too, and that solved some of his problems. All right, so let's look at your deploy probe G.
Okay, I just updated both of those, both the deploy and the retract. They had the right line, they just didn't have the I1 on the end.
So now try the home all and see how that does. Did you double your millimeters on the 800?
No, which file do I need to do that in? That was in the home all, right?
No, in config G.
In config G.
Yeah, you'll look.
Oh yeah, I did that one, but
okay.
I wanna tweak the speed in the home all. It's at 18. I'm gonna go to 25.
Okay.
Save the changes.
Now you'll have to just hit the E-stop to reset.
Yeah, because it didn't ask me if I wanted to.
config G file.
So if I hold, for you guys out there, if I hold the phone closer to the mic like this, do you then hear Walter better? You already upgraded? Yes, just now, Thomas. I just updated the deploy and retract file. Need the I1. Okay. So now I'm going to go to machine control. I'm going to just manually chuck this thing towards the middle.
Okay.
And I'm going to home all. Does seem a little faster. Not rocket speed, but. And the probe is blue.
Cool.
Homed. Yeah, see, it comes, the Y comes back out really fast.
You'll need to change that because it should have an F1800 in there as well. Just change that to F2500 as well, like you did the other.
Where at?
In your home, like Y. I can go to my home. Connection lost.
Slap yourself in the forehead to say hello. That's my brother James. What did I do with the note? I had that note here. Oh, don't tell me I lost the note. Oh, there we go. Can always just show James my love you James note. Comes in and watches the channel with no sound. All right, so it homed. It's a home EG now too. Okay, so you said in the home all file. What
the
I
home Y, if you just want to change the Y.
but
There should be like F1800 and then several F6000.
well, let me ask you just so that I know. Like when I hit home all, does it only run the home all file, or does the home all file run like the home Y and the home Z and the home?
No, I think the home all is its own file.
It's its own file.
Home X, Y, and Z individually.
Okay, so but then the problem still, it's still. Sorry, I'm talking over you.
No, that's fine. I just lost connection to my cube, so.
All right, I'm gonna go back into home. I'm gonna bump that 2500 up to 3000 because I'm a rebel. Oh, that was 30,000. We don't want that.
No, you don't.
Yeah, because the going back a few millimeters, like when it hits that end stop and jumps back, it jumps back super fast.
6,000 that it jumps back.
That's 6,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then it moves back in at 360. That's fine. Okay, here we go. So go to the first bed probe point and home Z. That's coming in at 6,000. So, and that's, like I said, when it goes back, it's going back fast. So I'm going to bump that 3,000 to 6,000 because I'm really a rebel.
Okay. But it's gonna hit your end stop at that speed.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why the slower speed.
All right, well let's see what happens.
Okay.
All I can do is brake, and I know a guy who built one of these, so.
Yeah. Maybe you can build another one when he just crashes this one.
Right.
But you do it too fast, you'll look like Hurricane Michael came through and got a hold of your printer.
Well, it's not super fast. Like I'm not afraid it's going to break something. It's not really going that fast. But that when it jerks back, it really, like that 6,000 is incredibly fast.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanna tell this thing to go across 1,000 millimeters at 6,000 just to see what it looks like.
Right.
But I'll do that later. It's homing. It's homing. Now, if I had a bed, I might lay down some plastic.
Uncle Ron did say get a cookie sheet.
Well, again, I have a piece of lumber up here. I have a piece of MDF somewhere. Yeah, I could use that too.
I tell you what, you still got to set your Z probe offset and all that other stuff.
Oh yes, I have lots and lots of fine tuning to do.
Yeah. So, I mean, if it's moving the way you want it, then I mean we're good. We can play with it on Sunday for sure.
Yeah, no, I don't have any intention of actually laying down plastic. Again, if I can print, I will never finish this thing. So,
Right.
but
I have a feeling.
I'm going to lay this board down just so that it has something to home against. And that's a little, oh, that could be the board is warped. So, but at least that thing can home against that. So,
Right.
here comes the smoke. No, we're not printing anything. We're not printing anything. So, 6,000 is millimeter per minute equals 100 millimeter a second. Is that really true? Is it per minute, not per second?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I just know when it does that quick jump back that it jumps back off of that thing fast. I might just spend the next couple hours homing this thing like 800 times because it's so much fun.
I think there's a way somewhere in the firmware you can tell that to be millimeters per second versus millimeters per minute. I believe.
Well, I think that this, what did we set it to? 3,000? I think that this is a good speed.
All right, buddy. Well, I mean,
I'm happy with it. And my
you're home.
my probe is blue and things are going where they're supposed to be going, and I don't know if the Z is right still, you know, like as far as if I'm telling it to move 100 millimeters, if it's actually, I'll have to check that, but
Well, if you can do that now, once it homes, you can move it up.
and then just measure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I was just going to say, just so you could see it move, you know, up the pole and then hit the home. You know, get your X carriage quite a ways away. You know, up the Z and then across and back and then hit the home all button and watch it go a long ways.
Yeah, it'll take like days.
Oh, come on. The Z's not moving that slow.
It's pretty slow. I'm just curious. It looks like we're at oh, that's inches side. We don't want to. Heaven forbid I use an imperial measurement. It looks like it looks like to be about 98. The top of that extrusion is about 98 millimeters up. So I'm gonna tell it to move the Z up. We're gonna go Z up 50.
Okay.
So then I should be at, what did I say it was? 99. 98. So we should be at what, 148 then. It should be right about now. Oh, we are in like Flynn. Holy cow. Right on the money. Right on the money.
So the 800 was correct?
The 800 is correct.
Glad I remembered something.
On the money. Holy cow.
Excellent.
Too great. Too great.
Now you need a bed, buddy. It's time to print.
I do need a bed. It's getting late and I'm really tired. Oh, you mean a print bed? Yes, I'm gonna order it. I'm gonna order it this week. Because I figure by the time it gets here, I'll be done with the cable management.
Yeah,
So
you still got an extruder and all to run too, right?
no, it's all there. It's all there.
Is it direct drive?
Yeah, it's direct drive. It's a Bondtech what is it, BMG extruder with a pancake stepper, which I don't know that the stepper is going to be strong enough yet. That's still testing, but it's like a 4-to-1 ratio on that extruder. And then it's got a E3D V6 hanging off the tail end of it.
Oh man.
And everything is wired. Every inch of wire that's supposed to be on this thing is in it, other than, you know, like the lights and the disco ball and stuff.
Yeah.
Station 240, that is a 5-inch panel due from Duet 3D.
And yes, the console on the panel do is fantastic for especially setting up like when you get somewhere else. That'll be it works so great. I used mine at Earth. That's what I used. I didn't even connect my printer at Earth.
Well, you know, like I'm stubborn, so my first thought was I was going to put a Raspberry Pi on this thing, but I don't think it needs it.
It really doesn't, and that's what I tried to tell you that beforehand. But until you actually see it and you get to play with it, you really don't know how much you can do with that board.
Yeah, I just, you know, I'm stubborn and I hate new things. I'm old, you
Right.
know. Old people get stubborn.
Yeah, well, you sound like Chris. He's not old and he's stubborn too.
All right, brother. Thank you so
All right,
much.
man. I'll be watching. You have a good night, man.
You too.
Later.
Bye. Awesome. Thank you guys for riding through that. I know that doesn't make for, I'm sitting down so low. It doesn't make for like the greatest live streams, but I needed that, and I need each and every one of you guys. This has been a fantastic experience. I've learned so much. I won't remember it in the morning, but current values, I did 950, and that was based on Chris Riley's recommendation and his. So it was just by the seat of the pants. And you're asking me to do an M906. And M906 returns bad command. Well, heat up? Nope, no heating up. No filament yet. That will be another live stream. Do the extruder motors turn and hot end heat? I don't know. I can definitely try turning the let's get that speed's way better. How come I don't have down here? Let's tell it to feed 100 millimeter, even though. Oh, it won't let me. It won't let me extrude because it's not hot. So I will go ahead and bring the extruder up to temperature as soon as I can figure out how. Oh, I see. Okay, heater 1. It's now active, but oh, I see. All right. Sweet. I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this interface. It is climbing in temperature. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 8, 9, 40, 42, 44, 45, 46, 47. It's heating up pretty quick. Call back Walter. Some of this I have to figure out on my own, right? 70, 72, 75. Yeah, it's 24 volt. I did a 24 volt power supply. So it should be cooking pretty quick. The bed heater is line voltage. It's mains. It's 120 volt. And it is run through a solid state relay, which is down on that end of the frame. I started at 800 and the Z motors would start giving out halfway through the bed. Well, I kind of figured the 950 was good based on, because they're bigger, they're the larger, they're the 48 millimeter NEMA 17. So, all right, so we're at 139, 140. Yes, yes. This is good. I should raise it up and tighten the nozzle while it's because I didn't torque the nozzle down because this is the first time it got hot. Oh crap, blue smoke. Whatever. No blue smoke. This was a successful build and test. And I'm really excited. And I can't wait for all of you guys to get to see it. But no touching. No touching. I got a magnet at a car show years ago that says, you touch a this machine, I bust a you face. No, I can't wait for you guys to see this thing in person. Now, what I don't know, I have to assume that I need that gear to go counterclockwise, right? Yeah, to pull it in. I had to think about which way a clock goes. It's getting late and I'm really tired. What time is it? Ooh, 11 o'clock. You guys are keeping me up late. All right, we are at 211 degrees. Now we're cooling back to 210. And we are now going to tell this thing, yeah, the extrude light is on. So I'm telling it to extrude 100 millimeters of fictitious filament. Oh, put my tongue on it just to make sure it's hot? Luckily, I built safety measures in there. You can't get your face up underneath there. But yes, that is absolutely... It is absolutely turning the extruder, and it's turning it in the right direction. So that was successful, because that was a guess. Yes, Mark, it is actually debuting at the Orlando Maker Faire, which is why the scramble to get it done, because we are less than 30 days away. In fact, I have a counter on my website down to the minute of the doors opening. Except for my computer always wants to go to funcountrybasement.com instead of funking3D. We have 30 days, 18 hours, 12 minutes, and 45 seconds. But we're close now. We're so close. I can smell it. Literally, I can smell that thing getting hot. Bring the white gloves. Right, yes, if you want to touch it, you have to have white cotton gloves. Can't wait to see it. It's perfect. I'm pretty proud of it. But I was proud of it. I was proud of it when it was nothing more than an image on a computer screen. And this is what, the fourth? I think this is the fourth design. And for those of you guys who don't know, this printer started to be a ripoff of the G-Create Big. And Gordon was so awesome and gave me like hints and tips and tricks and measurements on how to build mine and do it better. And so I went through the whole design and came up with a great design. And I wasn't done. I was well into it though. And I shared it with my friend James from Print and Play. And he said, he asked me if I was open to criticism and said, how much does a bed weigh? And I said, about 16 pounds. And he goes, what about the 10 pounds of filament you're going to put on it? And I said, ooh. And he goes, make the bed not move. And so redesign kicked in. I redesigned it. Then when we went to IRF, when I went to IRF and I showed it to people with much bigger brains than me, it was brought to my attention that the y-axis should be the short axis, or the extruder should run on the short axis. So redesign again, and that's when it became, that's not when it became the box. It became the fish tank design when the bed stopped moving. But I'm pleased. I'm very pleased with the way it turned out. So I picture the velvet ropes around it now. That is a great idea, Thomas. I'm going to have to get some velvet ropes. And a guy standing there with a clipboard. So you want to see it, he'll unclip it and let just one or two in at a time. Yeah, only if you're on the list, right? So I have not ordered the bed yet because I have a problem. I am the king of unfinished projects. And kind of an unrelated but related story. I tiled the shower in my garage bathroom, and I got all the way but about 2 inches from the top, and I stopped tiling because I was fed up and done with it. And the shower works like that, so I just never went back. So I'm known to not complete something once it works. And so I forced myself. I know that I cannot print on this without a bed. Therefore, if I order the bed last, then I'm good. I'm fine. I'll take care of all the cable management and all of that before the bed goes on. So, but I am going to order the bed Monday, and then we should be good. But I'm not putting a heater on it. I'm not heating the bed yet until I know that everything actually prints and works, because the heater is the one thing that I can't reuse if it doesn't work out. So, plus it's coming out of China and it'll take a while to get here. So, You should make a benchy the size of the bed. It is in the plans, but the very first print will be a regular size benchy. Walter says he's thinking about bringing the MMU2. I'm sure that we could find somewhere to put you and set you up to show that thing off. I mean, there's enough of us going. I don't know how much space they're giving me. If they give me just the regular amount of space, I'm going to be tight, but we'll figure it out. They're pretty lenient. They're pretty good people. Plus, you know, I know people. No, not really. I mean, I know people, but not that way. So, and a guard named Guido. I wish you could be there too. I wish everybody could come to Orlando Maker Faire and make it even bigger. It is actually a very impressive size Maker Faire for being not like New York, but it's still really good size, and they do a fantastic job putting it on. It was so well organized. And it was my second Maker Faire that we'd ever gone to. So I'd gone to New York, and then I go to Orlando, and Orlando was organized 100 times better than New York was. It was amazing. I don't know if I'd be more impressed with a huge benchy or a really normal size one with that printer. Well, the first one's going to be a normal size one, and I will bring it to the next event that Daniel Noré is at and have him sign that one as well. I do have one up there signed, but it was printed by James from Print and Play. I didn't even print my own. Justin, I am going with a 0.25 nozzle so that I can get really good detail, and because I like the abuse. No. I've only ever printed with a 0.4, which is what's on it now. As time goes on, I'm sure that I will increase that to a 0.8. I might even like custom drill myself a 2mm nozzle. Thank you, Paul. It's appreciated. Michael said that runs in my family as well. The only time we would finish a project would be when we were getting ready to move. Big sheet of Mix 6. Yes, absolutely. That is exactly what's going on there. Quarter-inch thick Mix 6. 3 years from now, he'll still be printing on a piece of MDF. You laugh, but that's... If the aluminum doesn't show up in time, that might be what happens. I actually debated putting a sheet of acrylic on it for now. But the sheet of acrylic's like $50, and that's $50 I could put towards the aluminum, so... Send the bed to Walter and have him bring it to Orlando Maker Faire. I don't understand. You lost me. I don't know why I would send it to Walter. All right, Tom, 3D Printing Llama. Good night. Thanks for being here. It's much appreciated. Murph's in the middle of nowhere. At least Orlando's a city. Yeah, but John, Orlando Maker Faire, and I've told this story before, but Orlando Maker Faire, I was disappointed last year as far as the 3D printing because there wasn't any. In fact, when we got there, the only 3D printer I had seen was a Lulzbot, and it was owned by these wonderful ladies who own a chocolatier. They're is that right, chocolatier? They make chocolate, really good chocolate, by the way. And so I was talking to her, and I said, so where does the 3D printer fit in? And because I knew it wasn't printing chocolate. And she said, well, we print things, and then we vacuum form them to make a mold to make chocolates. And I said, well, that is awesome. And she goes, but we just got it, and it's not working right. And I said, well, I'm a 3D printing guy. Do you mind? And she's like, no. And I spent the whole weekend helping them out getting their printer running. And they gave us free chocolate, which is an amazing trade. So actually, they gave it to my wife because I can't eat chocolates. But so I ran my mouth. I got on stream after that, and I ran my mouth about how I was disappointed there wasn't enough 3D printing. And it wasn't but a few weeks later I was contacted by a gentleman who had to do with the setup of the Gainesville Maker Faire, and he pretty much told me to put up or shut up. And he said, why don't you come out and be the face of 3D printing? Why don't you come and be the 3D printing at the Maker Faire? And we did it, and it was fantastic. That's actually when I met Walter. Walter came down, and Uncle Ron flew in out of New York to go to a mini Maker Faire, which I'm super thankful for Ron because I was so sick that weekend. I wouldn't have made it through without him. He was super, super helpful. But Ian, who runs, oh yeah, we met Sholm there as well. And Happy Extruder Ron met us there. He only lives a half hour from me, but I didn't meet him until we were in New York. But I'm starting to ramble. I'm getting tired. But Ian, the guy who heads up the maker organization that puts on Orlando Maker Faire, came up to show his support for Gainesville, and then it was like, oh, you're here, so you're going to be at Orlando Maker Faire this year. And so we're going to Orlando Maker Faire this year. And I'm a little bit nervous because we had such a good time as a family, the four of us, at Orlando Maker Faire as visitors. So exhibiting is going to be a little bit rough because I can't just take off and go see stuff. So we're going to have to figure that out. But yeah, all that just because John said that Murph's in the middle of nowhere. The Chinese just got back from a 5-day national holiday. Huge backlog of orders for some factories. Annoying me as 3 weeks minimum to get a PCB is silly. I agree, but I think that the U.S. should also do that national holiday thing where we take a week off. Painter's tape on wood. It's been considered. MDF is pretty stable when you first get it. In fact, you can get that stuff that's got melamine on it. I wonder how that would work. I don't know, Justin, are you saying good night to somebody else, or are you saying good night that you're leaving? Oh, my back is killing me. So on a personal front, I've been going to therapy for my shoulders because I couldn't do this. I still can't do that on this side. That's all the higher I can put my shoulder up. But they're making good strides. If I go out this way, I can go up, which I could never do that. But, and it all comes down to bad posture. So don't sit like this. And I do it all the time. Don't roll your shoulders forward. It's very bad for you. All right, Walter, I appreciate not only you being here, but you being here. You were a huge help through all of this. And, I mean, technically it was your fault that I went with Duet, so you deserved it. And 3D print you a chair and I'll babysit it. What if I just bring you a chair? I don't think I could print a chair by then. All right, Justin, thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. It's much appreciated. Justin has been with the channel for a long time. In fact, Justin won one of our giveaways, our very first giveaway, when we were striving for the 250 subscribers. So crazy idea for the size, a mirror for the bed. Which that's another plus side to using the BLTouch is if I want to put a piece of glass down, I can, no problem. The issue that I have with glass or mirrors is I hate that shiny. I don't like the shiny texture. And this is going to sound really stupid because I'm going to contradict myself in just 1 minute. And the reason for it, like when I printed a Raspberry Pi case, it was shiny, it was not, and it was shiny, and I hated it. But I absolutely love the powder coat PEI sheet. I love the texture it puts on, which, by the way, in a Pi case, it would be textured, not textured, textured. I don't know. I just don't like the shiny. I don't know. Can't explain it. Well, I think that's about it for me. My only complaint right now on this thing, well, there's a couple of issues. I got to fix that cable chain issue. But really the only complaint that I have is that the power supply fan is pretty loud. And I'm thinking maybe if I 3D print a duct and push it back, that maybe then the sound will go out the back, but it's the loudest thing on there. I mean, I spent money for, Noctua fans so I didn't have to hear it. Well, maybe that's the issue. That's the solution right there. I'll take it apart and put a Noctua fan in it. Thanks for that suggestion, guys. I'm getting tired. I'm getting loopy. It has been a long week. It has been getting up early for the physical therapy and lots of that stuff. You guys are awesome. It still says that there's 31 of you in here. I was kind of hoping more would show up, not quantity wise, but more people from the from the community. I wanted more people to see this thing move for the first time. But what's most important is the people that are in this chat room right now are pretty much the core people. I mean, those who have come in and gone. I mean, you guys are the reason that Xander and I do this. I consider you guys friends and family. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I didn't even break down. I really thought I was going to get emotional on all of this. I was sick to my stomach before the stream. I was a little nervous, and clicking that button for the first time, expecting it to go like bzzz, and then like smoke to come out. And again, there's a lot of wire in there. A lot of wire, thanks to Scott McClellan for sending it. And again, I apologize. I have a whole stack of these gift receipts from Amazon with the different people who sent me stuff, and I apologize for not having that list. I will try and have that for a future stream, because everybody who has sent stuff is appreciated, but you know, everybody that has just supported this project from the start. So, but I have to encourage you guys to use the sponsors, to buy products from the sponsors. And right now, IC3D has a coupon code. If you go through my tweets, you'll find it. I'll try to tweet it out again tomorrow. It's something to do with Trick or Treat. I don't know if Sean's still in here, but it's 20% off the IC3D filament, which I just took advantage of that. Because again, I was reprinting the electronics box due to some adjustments, and it's supposed to be this tall. And when I got up the next morning, it was still printing like this, and there was nothing more coming out. So, but I gotta learn to make my models a little lighter too. This thing is pretty robust, and I don't think it needed to be, but yeah, definitely go check out IC3D and their filament. The guys over at Duet have been nothing but awesome. Bondtech has been cool. Martin from Bondtech reached out to me the other day just to kind of find out status wise, you know, how it was going, and you know, how the project was coming along. So I can't wait to meet up with those guys. And all right, Thomas, thank you. And we never figured out if it was MROZ or Mraz, but I'm pretty sure it's Mraz. But thank you for your help too. You were very helpful tonight. You really need to make it move more. I need to write some. You know, it's funny to me too that it'll let you move the X and the Y at 100, but the Z only 50. It's like, you know, I want to move it. Let's take the Z all the way to the top. The Z hasn't been to the. I mean, I took it to the top manually, but printer tweet 20. That might be it, Uncle Ron. It is something like that. I mean, otherwise, you can always use FunKing 3D 10, all one word. We'll get you 10% off, but you might as well take advantage of the 20. Hey, Shane. Look, Shane, it's moving. I need to custom write some buttons in here to tell it to move it like, you know, that 6,000. Because that was fun. Yeah, if somebody would have printed me some FunKing 3D heads for up on top of there. Like the old Unicol 76 balls. How many of you are old enough to remember that? I'm proud. I mean, I'm just ecstatic. I know it doesn't look like it because I'm really tired, but I can't, like, I don't ever, like, I don't sit in the corner going, you know, I'm gonna be a failure. But you know, like, through the process, these pieces right here, and I actually have Mitch. I don't know, he's probably not in here anymore, but Mitch 3D. I've got him on standby to mill me some of those out of aluminum, because I thought that was going to be the weak point as far as the whole carriage rocking back and forth. But that is the third iteration. The first ones were just like this. And then I made a new one where I added a little gusset right here just to kind of give it a little bit more rigidity, you know, this way. And then the new one actually gets thicker right here because I drove two 3mm stainless steel rods. They're like 90 millimeters long up through there so that thing wouldn't flex at all. And of course, you know, now that this thing is built, I don't think it needed it. The problem was to test it, I was grabbing one corner of that carriage and picking it up, and it was lifting the whole carriage, but of course it was flexing at the same time. In hindsight, had I, at the end of this, had I not used a 20/20 across like this, had I done a 20/40, it would have been more rigid as well because of the double connection, but I needed somewhere to put that drive shaft. That's not high enough. We got to go higher. Hold up your hat. Higher. As I choke myself. Now I have no voice. Sorry. I don't mean to cough into the mic. So that me. I have no voice. So that is about as high as it's going to be. Maybe a touch more. Let's go up 5 more millimeters. Nope, that's all it's going to let. So it's at software limits. Yeah, Jake, I'm all right. Another issue I'm going to address with the doctor. I choke pretty much every time I eat, so they have to address that. But the good news is I am getting my blood sugar under control. But yeah, when I was setting the limits in the software, I think I calculated it to be 475 millimeters high, and I software set it for 470 just for safety. I can't really imagine needing much more than that, though I could have gone taller uprights after I went to the 800 millimeter ball screws. Sound like Mickey. Thanks, Uncle Ron. Love you too. Third floor, ladies unmentionals. Yeah, it is. It's after 11 o'clock. Almost 11:30. So, all right, let's do one more homing, and then we'll call it a night. But that'll be well, in fact, let's take this. No, it's not gonna let me. I was trying to cheat. Not that way. It's gonna take me a little while to learn this system. If I fall in love with the duet system, I'm going to have to change every other printer off of the Octopi and put duets in it. All right, so now we're going to home all. That is so much faster than it was. And I might even turn it up a little bit more. But I definitely got to do something about that cable chain. I don't know if I buy cable chain, if it would be better. All of this cable chain was designed and printed by me. Oh, Jake, brother. I always bust your chops, but know that I really do appreciate the content and everything you guys do. Well, we appreciate you too. Thank you. Thank you so much. And don't worry about the busting the chops. I look forward to that. I have a good sense of humor and I enjoy that. So, the banter, yeah. Yeah, and whether you know it or not, we actually talk about you here in our household all the time. You know, just because of the whole Jake from State Farm thing. Yeah, that Z's definitely got to go faster. Holy cow. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I got some cable management to do back in that corner. That's the X motor and the end stop harness. I have to figure out a way to tie all of that up, which may mean reprinting one of these over there with some type of cable management in it. I don't know yet. But that has been the coolest thing that I realized through all of this, was how amazing it is to have the ability to go either like, oh, this part didn't work, or if I had a piece to do this, and within, I'd say minutes, sometimes, dumb little pieces take hours, but within a short period of time, relatively, to be able to have that piece in your hand. So, thank you for being here, Charlie. Jake said, well, now that worries me. No, it's not like that. No, we just always talk about, Jake from State Farm, and then, because it's funny. Those were great commercials, and then it makes us think of you. And then, I said something to the family earlier, and I'm like, his name's not even Jake, it's Matt. It is Matt, right? I hope so, because that's what I told him. Yeah, we were actually thinking you were the real Jake from State Farm, that like you were that guy in the commercial, and then like you're not in the commercial anymore, so you don't have anything to do, so you just hang out on the YouTubes. That guy, that actor guy, that's what he should have done. Like as soon as those commercials didn't go anymore, he should have just wore the khakis and the red shirt and did YouTube videos. So, and then Xander and I have been playing this game lately where I'm trying to come up with ideas for new YouTube channels. And I said to him, how about if we do like YouTube presents Xander Gets Kicked in the Nuts, and we'll just make videos of us kicking each other in the nuts. And so, we're laughing, and I was coming up, I don't even remember what they were, but I was coming up with just all these crazy ideas. And I said, the stupid thing is stuff like that would work. Sometime today, please, FK-1. What am I hearing? It's rubbing on the plastic. I might put a ball bearing in that top, because it rubs on the plastic. I got a carrier up there just to keep that. That's a lot of lead screw to be just letting fly. So I either got to make the hole bigger or put a ball bearing up in there. And there she is, homed. So that's it. The FK-1 moves. Maybe that's where I've seen that movie. Maybe that's where the idea came from. Hi, Ron. Ron Floyd is in the house, everybody. Ah. The Z doesn't move that often, though. I doubt it being slow is such an issue. No, not overall. I just mean like when you home it. I'm impatient. If I print a great big benchy and then I have to like wait 3 days for it to home for the next one. I'll print stuff in a color that I didn't want just because it's the one that's already on the printer. Bearing, definitely. All right, I will look into that. I just got to find because it's 12 millimeters, so I got to find a bearing with a 12 millimeter inside that's not, So, thank you, Jake. Thank you. If you both went insane and made that channel, could you have Logan Paul as a special guest? Absolutely. 5 years later, it's home. 4 hours later. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, other Ron. All right, guys. That is, unless anybody's got any direct questions, that's going to wrap it up. I got to go to bed. The wife is still sitting over here, and she's looking a little tired. She had a long day today. They were off on a field trip. So I guess this is the part where I tell it good night. Good night, Groot. I feel like it should have some kind of a shutdown sequence. Just feels wrong just turning it off. It was actually the people that came up with that. So yeah, for those of you guys that don't know, apparently Groot in, I believe it's Dutch, means huge. And so I had told the story about how I name all my printers after Guardians of the Galaxy characters, and they were like, name it Groot. And I said, well, the Prussia's already Groot. And they're like, but it means huge. And so I made the executive decision. Xander wanted to name it Thanos, who isn't actually a Guardian of the Galaxy. More of a terror of the galaxy, but which would be more like Taserface. Because I guess technically Taserface isn't part, it's just part of the movie. But so now the Prussia is Baby Groot, and the FK-1 is Groot. And that just network name. So Michael Cassell said something and then decided he didn't want to tell me that, and he retracted it before I seen it. Time to make a Fun King 3D jingle. I'm thinking about hiring the same guy that did Xander's to do one for us for Mailbag Monday, because I think that he does a pretty awesome job. I paid $10 for that jingle, worth every penny. Rover said good night to you and me. Good night, Rover. Need a huge 2-pole on-off. Yeah, like a, you know, like click. Need an old double throw electrocutioner style switch. That'd be good. So, all right, guys. So, normal rundown. If you like what we're doing, we'd love for you to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. The thumbs ups are always appreciated as well. So if you haven't yet done that, Xander feeds off of that. Xander's Thing Thursdays every Thursday. What is today? Today's Friday. Okay, so we don't have a video. We will have a Mailbag Monday this week. The package is just sitting down here, just one as of this point, so it'll be a quick one. But and then the Xander's Thing Thursday this week. I mean, they're always good, but the joke at the end is well, the joke sucks. They always do, but the way we presented it is pretty awesome. So you'll enjoy that. Anything else? I don't think that we really have anything else major coming up. The videos on this will start to filter out. The problem is at some point I just pulled the plug and quit filming and started building because I was running out of time. So, but the next video that will come out on this is the building of the frame, which is about 45-minute long video of me assembling the frame. But it's educational. It's at least worth skipping through, if nothing else. So other than the great big thank yous, again, thanks to all of our sponsors, IC3D, Duet 3D, Bondtech, Ant Collabs for the BLTouch, Open Builds, E3D, and Walter, and then Scott McClellan for sponsoring 99.9% of the entire wiring harness. And it took a lot of wire. Holy crap, did it take a lot of wire and a lot of little tiny crimp connections. But it's been fun, and I'm so glad that you guys got to be here tonight to watch it move for the first time. And I'll tell you, it was really hard not to just do it. Not to just do it without you guys. I had to make sure that I was on here, and I was so glad nobody else was streaming at the moment that I decided to. So, thanks. And I know I speak for Xander at the same time, but we love each and every one of you guys out there, and y'all continue to be safe and love the community. As always, print on.